Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of Take to the Skies, St. Albans. We're back once again and we've had a fantastic start to the season and we've got two pretty big games today. Let's go and see how we can get on in them. So since you were last with us, we've had mostly good form, I would say. We beat Eastbourne Borough 4-2 in a game where they went 1-0 up and then we kind of crushed them and they got one late goal. We then played Welling, who we had a late comeback against through 2 goals from Matt Rush. We then had a draw against Billericay Town. Not a bad result against them, I wouldn't say. We then drew 1-1 with Maidstone, a late goal from them, causing a little bit of frustration. We then took that frustration out on Slough, who we beat 6-2, and they just got 2 late on when it was already 5-0, and then we added a 6th in the 94th minute. We then beat Concord 2-0 with goals from Longello and Rush. We then had a bit of a shock loss to Folkestone 2-0 before most recently beating Wealdstone 1-0 with a goal from Wiltshire, which was a cracking finish from him. And we're back today. We're going to be playing against Bath, who are currently 7th in the league, and #United in the second qualifying round of the FA Cup. Before we get too far into it though, however, I just want to say if you are enjoying the series, please do hit like down below. Comment if you're enjoying the series. Let me know how you think we're going to do against #United. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. Really appreciate any support, including the support that I got last week from St. Albans FC themselves, actually liking my tweet about the first episode being released. So very appreciative to see that. It's considering how small of a YouTuber I am, it's a little bit of a nice moment. And let's go and get into our game against Bath. So our first game today, we've got a new goalkeeper in goal, Baptiste, who came in just after the game against Hemel Hempstead, actually. Back four, we've got Harper, Kozak, Mensah and Sanders. We've got Sundar as a holding midfielder, with Wise pushed up in front of him. Napper on the right, Thomas on the left, a new loanee coming in from Colchester. And then we've got Rush and Jeffers up front together. Scott is on the bench today. Also is Longello. We've brought in those couple of players. Goalkeeper, who is just a bit better than Davis. And Thomas on the left wing so that Longello can drop back to left back a bit more if we need him to. Although Sanders continues to hold his place there. And one thing I did forget to mention, somehow, we're actually top of the league going into this game. Early on, Dover are winning in their game, which means they're going above us, as are now Wealdstone. But nevertheless, top of the league going into the game after 10 games into the season. A very good start for us, and hopefully something we can continue to build on. Although early on, it's Bath who are on the ball here. Smith now finds it back to Bevan, who finds Fletcher, and Warham has the shot from range. I think we're going to drop down to positive just to try and make sure we're a bit more controlled in our attack. It's a throw in deep in the Bath half here. Cover finds James, and it's back to Cover, who's going to try and get space down the left. Harper heads inside, but it's straight to Smith, who plays it to Bevan, who finds Warham. Goes back to Bevan. Sundar just misses out there as the ball goes to Fletcher. James finds Evans out on the right, who sends it in, and Fletcher is in the middle. He makes it 1-0, and we're going to try going a bit more direct now, because so far we've not really got into this game at all. So we don't want to watch that. It wasn't fun. Hopefully we can bounce back from that, although it's not going great so far. We've only had one shot in the entire first half, and we've given the ball away there. Sundire's collected it. He sends it out to Harper, who finds Napa on the right, who's gone down in the box, and it's a penalty. We're going to put Rush on the penalty. He's had a pretty good conversion rate last year and so far this year. And he steps up today and finishes it very well to make it 1-1. And perfect time to score a goal, especially an equaliser, right on the brink of half time. Gets us back into it. And let's see what we can do in the second half. We certainly need to improve, because that first half is just not good enough at all. Let's have a look here. I think what we might need to do is just push up a little bit more. Maybe we're just giving them a bit too much space, and we just need to start pressuring them into the mistakes a little bit more. Let's see how that goes for us. As the second half begins, Napa sends the cross in, and Kozak catches it on the volley as it bounces away. Fantastic strike. Unlucky for Allardyce there, the defender. He's done well to win the header, but Kozak sends it back, and it's straight into the top corner. We're going to drop down to balanced to try and make sure we can maintain that lead. And it nearly went straight back to a draw, but now Fletcher finds Bevan. James goes back to Moyo, and that is the end of the highlight there. Let's praise them. I think they deserve a bit of praise for how we've bounced back in this game. We're going to send Longello on for Sanders now, with just under half an hour to go. And then we're looking at the next changes. We're going to bring Wiltshire on for Thomas on the right. It's not ideal, but Thomas needs the rest. Isn't quite fully match fit as it stands. I think with 15 minutes to go, we'll make our final change. Actually, we're going to leave that one. I'm thinking we can make a change in the final 10 minutes just to add a bit of extra cover at the back. And that's what we're going to go for here, with bringing Jeffers off for McKenna, who's going to go and sit in the back of the defence there. That is possibly the first time I've ever started somebody perfectly into the defence like that. Normally it takes me 3 attempts. And it looks like this is going to be the end of the game. Baptiste sends the ball upfield. There's 2 minutes left, which does concern me. Gregory goes back to Kova. Allardyce tries to find the ball forward, finds Richards, Wareham, and then Richards sends it out to Liebert. It's back to Evans. Richards now. James on the edge of the area. And the shot comes off, but Baptiste makes a save, lets it run out for a corner, which I'm not particularly happy about. Just tell them to focus. James crosses in. Baptiste claims it very easily. And now he's got a bit of time to waste here. Goes long. Doesn't manage to find a man in yellow. Richards now. Oh. And Warham was offside, which has given us a free kick. A little bit more time to waste here. McKenna now. Playing it over the top. Can't find Rush. Allardyce heads down. James goes out to Liebert. And we are desperate for that final whistle. Liebert finds James. Richards goes out to Moyo at right wing. Cross goes in. Kozak clears it away. And that is full time. We have edged out Bath. I think, telling them it was a bit of a let-off is probably the right thing to do there. But fantastic result for us. We stay top of the table going into the FA Cup qualifying game against #United. Let's go and play that game now. And here we are for the game against #United. So we've got a new goalkeeper getting a chance off the off the start. Alan Parks coming in mainly as a backup for Baptiste is the plan. And then Davis is dropping down to being our third choice keeper. Harper, Kozak, Mensah and Sanders are the rest of the back four. Cornish is the holding midfield with Napa on the right, Wise just inside, Longello moving up onto the left wing this time, and then Rush and Scott are up front together. Let's tell them to go out there. We've got faith in them. We're going attacking because I think this is the type of game we should be quite comfortable in. I think we should be beating hashtag. Although, with it being hashtag, you never know, you might get a few more fans in because of their social media presence. You never know. Harper has picked the ball up deep and sends it up to Napa, who exchanges with Wise. Then goes inside, finds Scott, who tries to get a shot away. Ball breaks nicely for Napa, who's gone down in the box, and it is a penalty. And it's going to be Rush stepping up to take the penalty. He only took one last game. Can he make it 2 games in a row? No, he can't. I had to talk about how good he's been off penalties, didn't I? Napa sends the ball in. Mensah hits the bar, and then Valden clears it away before it can fall nicely for any of our players. Napa's going to send another corner in now. Looking for Rush at the far post, but Bentley heads away. Kozak's going to collect that one deep. And then we've won another corner. Napa sending this one in again. And it's headed away. Sanders collects it. Harper plays it back to Mensah plays it back to Harper. And then it's out to Napa on the right, who crosses the ball in. Scott gets the header off, but heads just over. Let's fire them up. We look really up for this game. Napa crosses it in towards the far post, and Mensah's hit the post. Wise has hit the defender. Mensah forces a great save out of Justin. And we're 20 minutes into this. We've had 9 shots. We're making the keeper work. We're making the defence work. And it's very good to see. Rook plays it back to Lockett, who goes long for Jeremy. Marks doesn't quite manage to get the ball off Rush there, who plays it through for Scott. And Scott makes no mistake and makes it 1-0. And it's been a chaotic start, but a good chaotic because we've been all over them. Mark's making a bit of a mistake there. Rush managing to nick the ball in behind. Scott finishes well on the left foot. Lockett can't quite get back to cover him. And we're back with a highlight now. Justin clears the ball upfield. It's headed down by Rook to Eldred, who's trying to find space on the right. Plays it back to Lockett, who sends it in, and it's headed away by Harper. Napa is breaking here. He's got Rush ahead of him. He slows to play the attack down. Plays the ball over the top for Wise, whose shot is saved, but it falls easily to Rush to make it 2-0. And that makes it a little bit more comfortable for us now. 2 goals in quick succession. Good patience from Napa there. The ball over the top to Wise, and then it just breaks nicely for Rush to finish that chance. We've now got another throw in. It's gone in, but it's cleared away by Lockett. Kozak plays it back to Mensah, who plays a long ball over. Scott in behind, and it's forced another save out of the keeper. We've had 5 corners so far. Napa sends this one in, and it just doesn't quite find anyone. Wise collects it at the far post and plays it off Jeremy to get a throw in. But so far we are looking in complete control of hashtag United here. Sanders controls the ball and plays it out to Rush, who takes it down the right hand side, plays it inside to Wise, and that is 3-0. Justin beaten at his near post once again, following the Scott chance as well. And Rush did well there, played his way into a bit of space, finds Wise, who finishes well past Justin. Nothing he can do about it. It looks a little bit like their defence aren't very happy with what's happening so far. Kozak heads the ball away. Gardner-Smith is going to go and collect that and plays it inside to Bentley. Back to Valden. Kozak heads down to Napa, who finds Rush, who's going to take on his man. It's not quite able to find a way through. Harper, though, finds the ball through to Napa, who crosses it in. Scott, it's behind him, but he finishes brilliantly and makes it 4-0 now. And it's starting to be a bit of a demolition of #United at this point now. As the ball comes in, and it's a great turn from Scott to put it into that bottom corner. And at 4-0 up, we are looking very comfortable. Mensah heads down to Wise, and then Scott Cornish finds Longello. Plays it to Sanders on the left-hand side. Sends it in. Rush finishes from the edge of the area. His 15th goal of the season. And it's 5-0. We've not even reached half-time. I know I came into this expecting us to win, but I'm not sure I quite expected this. Because this has been a demolition. They held on well before the first goal, in fairness, but then once we got one, it's just been game over. I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to let these two go for their hat-tricks, actually. There's not really anyone that we need to bring off desperately. We'll send McKenna on for Kozak just for a couple of fresh legs, and then once I'm hoping Scott or Rush can get their hat-trick, and once they do, Jeffers will come on to replace them. And that is another yellow card for #Napa with the cross in. It's headed back to him by Valden. Napa now able to attack it a bit more. Rush gets his hat-trick, and that will be his last contribution as Jeffers will come on to replace him. I mean, Valden, it's poor to head it straight back to the guy who's just took the corner, and then, particularly when you don't close him down, the drill cross, Justin can do nothing about it. He's got to parry it away, and parries it straight onto the foot of Rush, who makes it 6-0. I think for a final change, we'll bring Napa off. No, we're going to bring Wise off for Donnell Thomas. One, just to see how Thomas does in midfield, and also to rest Wise because he's going to be playing a lot of football this year. Harper with the cross in, and Justin does well to claim it. Jeffers nearly getting his head on the end of it, and Galbraith heads away. Sanders collects it and goes round his man. Plays it in. Jeffers with a great header, and that is 7-0 now. And it's not looking like # have turned up and had a good time here. We've had a good time, though. Sanders with the cross from deep. Jeffers with incredible neck muscles to get the power on that to beat the keeper from there. Napa now with another free kick, and it's headed away. Mensah's going to be the one to collect that loose ball. He goes back to Sanders, who looks ambitiously for Napa, but doesn't quite manage to find him. Merkin is on the ball now, and he's able to bring it forward. And he's challenged by Harper. Galbraith in the middle. Tries to lay it off, but Mensah is able to just clear it away instead. Ball comes back over the top. Parks collects. And one thing I will say, this little bit of a testing how Parks does. It's not really tested anything. He's not had to do anything. I think that's the most he's done this game. And we find Jefferson in dangerous space there, but it was offside, so nothing comes of it. Habishon throws it into the box, but gets it back and then gets a blocked cross. Jeffers now trying to battle with Galbraith. Plays it back to Harper, who plays through Napa, who's got men in the box. His cross is blocked, unfortunately. And now Habashon plays it back to Justin, who goes long to Jeremy. Plays it back to Merkin. And we've got 10 minutes to go here. Ball in behind for Jeremy. Great tackle from the defender there. And McKenna then clears away. I think that was Cornish that was making that tackle, actually. But fantastic performance here from St Albans FC. We've absolutely dominated that game. Hashtag haven't got a look in. And we've come out 7-0 winners. And into the next round of the FA qualifying we go. Let's go and have a look at where we're going to come back next. I think what we'll do next is we have got the FA Cup third qualifying round. I think we'll come back for the fourth qualifying round, provided we're still in the competition. I don't feel it's necessary to show you every round. I think barring we get a massive draw in the third qualifying round, which doesn't seem likely because I don't know who comes in this round, but I think we'll probably hopefully get somebody where we can just assume we're going to beat them, and we'll come back for the fourth qualifying round and see if we can get into the FA Cup proper for the first time in the save. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment how you think we're going to get on. Of course, top of the league at the minute. Comment what you think of hashtag United's performance there. And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.